Hey everyone, so we're on day 3, right, of everybody staying in. Probably got a lot of people working from home when they're used to being in office, or, honestly, this video I think will be helpful even for, homemakers that are normally home all day with kids, because right now the situation is different. The landscape of being at home is different. I mean, you you don't have like the freedom to go everywhere. Libraries are closed and places to eat are closed. So it's like, how do you manage being at home, working from home? So here are my best tips. I've been working at home for 3 years now, so I think I sort of have a handle on it. Anyway, tip number 1, get dressed. So always get dressed. Like, do not hang out in your laundry day clothes this whole time. Like, you will feel so much better when you get it together and put some clothes on. I mean, by all means, be comfortable, but get dressed. Make it a point every day to get dressed. I get myself dressed every morning. I have the kids get dressed, even if we're not going anywhere, because it just kind of sets a tone for the day. And I mean, you're prepared in case like FedEx shows up at your door or something. But that is my best tip, because it really does set the precedent for the rest of your day. Tip 2, I have notes because I ramble. Time block your day. Schedule out what you're going to do, or even if you don't assign times to everything, make a list of everything that you need to do and everything that you would like to get done but isn't essential. That way you have things prioritized, and it's just a lot more organized to be able to knock out the things that you really need to do and then try to squeeze in some of the things that you want to get done, instead of just looking around at 4 o'clock going like, I didn't really get anything accomplished. Tip number 3 kind of goes along with tip number 2. Be flexible. This is new territory for everybody. You're going to be interrupted. It is going to take getting used to. And if you have kids at home, you're going to be interrupted like 1,000 times. And that's fine. So be okay with not getting everything done on your list. Like, you're going to save yourself a lot of grief and a lot of stress throughout this whole thing if you just try to do your best. And, if things don't go the way that you planned on it, that's fine. I mean, homeschooling, we've been doing it, but you have your off days, and that's okay. Like today I went to go on a drive to just get out of the house, to get out of these 4 walls. We didn't like go anywhere, but we just drove around, and it was like, oh, everything's awesome. And then the dog puked in the car, and then I had to clean that up, and kids got extra tablet time because I had to get the vomit out of the car. That's okay. Whatever. Gonna let it go. Okay. So number 4, mental breaks. You need to take them. Do whatever feels good to you, but like, make that a point. Like, put it on your list if you need to force yourself to take a break, but do it. You can read a book, you can listen to music. I use an app every morning called Shine. It is free. They do have premium features that you do have to pay for, but you can use most of the free stuff. You can check in with yourself every day. It kind of just, it's almost like therapy via text. Like, it'll be like, how are you doing today? And then it'll give you options to click on, and then it gives you like motivational stuff to listen to, or, it'll suggest things that you can read or listen to that will help you get through your day and stay motivated. So that's my tip. It's called Shine, and the app has like a little sun symbol, I think. But yeah, there's a ton of things you can do, but you need to take that mental break. You also need to take a physical break. When you're working a regular corporate job, you have to take those, 10 or 15 minute breaks, right? Depending on what state you're in. Same thing with being at home. Like, if you're at the point where like stuff's just not getting done, or if you're getting frustrated, or if you're starting to get a little snappy, take a break. Sometimes I'll just have Alexa put on some crazy music and we'll dance. I'll dance, the kids will dance. If you need to knock out a couple push-ups or whatever works for you, take your physical break and then come back to your work and get it. But you know, you got to get the wiggles out. That's my point. Okay, so number 5. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes so I don't forget stuff. Reach out. Reach out to your support system. Hold on. Reach out to your support system, like just anybody. Reach out to somebody, at least like one person every day. Like talking to somebody, like I don't know, I want to describe it like when you're at a regular job, like, you know, break room chats with your coworkers, like you need that. You need to talk to people. You can't be inside, you know, looking at the same walls and the same people and your same kids and your dog, and you're gonna like make yourself real crazy. So, you know, just text somebody or connect with somebody and check in on them, see how they're doing, because that's gonna make you feel so much better. The human connection is super, super important, and it's gonna make you feel so much better, okay? Now, okay, so bonus tip. I'm not saying call somebody, okay? Like, I know nobody calls anybody on the phone anymore. I'm like, don't call me. Nobody talks on the phone anymore. But, you know, you don't have to just limit yourself to, like, texting people. So what I recommend and what I do a lot of times is I'll send a voice message. And you can do it through Messenger for free. You can do it through regular text messages. But send a voice message. It is so much easier to communicate with people through a voice message, especially like if you're talking to like a colleague or something, and if you type something out and you're explaining it, it's like a big old wall of text and nobody wants to read that, and they're probably going to skim it and, you know, miss the point of what you're trying to say. Or if you're messaging somebody and you're just like, hey, blah, 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 to catch up, but you are typing, you know, certain things happen. Typos happen. Autocorrect happens. Like, don't send your boss like a crazy autocorrect message. Just send a voice message. That way the person on the other end knows what you're saying. They won't accidentally misconstrue it or get the wrong message out of what you're saying. Like, you know how sometimes one sentence typed out could be taken like 3 different ways, and then, you know, it because you don't hear the tone in the person's voice. So that's my bonus tip. Send a voice message. They're that much more personal. They're so much easier. I can like literally send a 20-second voice message versus like sitting there typing out like a whole thing and then having to read over it again to make sure I didn't typo or, you know, whatever. So anyway, I think that's all I have for you, right? Let me look at my notes again. Yeah. But anyway, so I'm not saying spend 2 hours on the phone talking to somebody, but reach out, talk to people, FaceTime if you can, but really if you just need to talk to people quickly, a voice message is a really efficient and also nice personal way to talk to people. So anyway, those are my tips. If anybody else has stuff that's, you know, helped you work at home or parent your kids full time and school them and all the things, please share in the comments. And yeah, I hope you guys all are doing okay, riding this out. Okay, bye.